Welcome to yet another exciting episode of Business Unplugged, where we continue to shine the spotlight on Zambian businesses and entrepreneurs. From innovative startups to established ventures, this is your show where we give you that front row seat of Zambia's business landscape. I'm your host. My name is Temwani Nkata, and today I'm speaking to the director of Dong Paying Investments Company Limited, Susan Mzumara. Susan, I'd like to welcome you to the show. I'd like to welcome you to BMTV.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the welcome. And thank you for the opportunity given to us as Dong Pay.
You're welcome. Let's start first by telling us what inspired you to become the director of Dong Pay Investments Company Limited. And just a brief background, if you could just share with us what sort of business you do.
Okay, so what really inspired me to become a director of Dong Pay Investments is that being a woman and in the space of, partnering with Chinese, which I know is a very difficult thing to do. But once you gain the trust, I actually gained the trust from the Chinese company who were looking for a local director.
Okay.
And in the process, I became a director and I'm a partner to Dong Pay Investments Company Limited, Zambia.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll start from there. That's interesting. But also, tell us, how did you identify the gap in the market that led to the establishment of Dong Pay Investments, and what was your vision at the time, considering what you've ventured in as Dong Pay now?
Okay, looking at eco-friendly environment that we are living in and what the government is trying to promote when you look at fewer emissions, carbon emissions.
Yes.
We looked at what is trending on the market and looking at the business line and looking at our people. Not everyone can afford an EV, which is an electric motor vehicle.
Right.
So we thought of introducing electric motorbikes, which we have actually seen in most places of the country. In Zambia, for your own information, we've toured the whole Zambia just to check up on e-bikes, electric, not even electric motorbikes, but motorbikes.
In general.
So yes, so you find that most of the places they are actually using motorbikes as preferred to a car.
Yeah.
So you find transportation, deliveries, and all these other things. So we identified this as a gap. So for our people, we thought of it for it to go cheaper way.
Yeah.
And in going cheaper way is when we introduce the electric bikes that we have. We actually have electric bikes and electric cycles.
Okay.
So those ideal for farmers and also the ones that do transportation. Like you go to places like Northern Province, Luapula, we've been to Mongo, we've been to Chipata. And these are the places where the bikes are being used so much than the cities. So we already identified people there and assisting those people. When we looked at the fuel prices, which keep surging, and looking at our economy and how people complained of the fuel, we thought of introducing the electric motorbike, which is so simple because you just actually plug it on the normal socket. Yeah, it's normal socket. You can charge on solar.
Okay.
Yes. So for those that don't have electricity, they shouldn't worry about anything. They can still charge on solar.
Okay.
So that's how come we came up with that.
Nice. Yeah. All right. As a business leader in Zambia, starting up a new business is obviously challenges that you faced. First off, like you said, you've traveled extensively to see the market space. But what were some of the challenges that you faced starting up, and also, so to speak, challenges you're still facing even after the establishment of the business? Tell us a bit more about those challenges and how you've actually come up with solutions, so to say, to sustain the business.
Okay, so one of the challenges that we faced is, when you're introducing a new brand on the market, people need to know about it, and you really need to do a lot of marketing. Firstly, what we faced as a challenge was with the customs, the clearance processes. They were actually so tedious.
Oh, no.
And yeah, they were so tedious to a point where we almost gave up because yes, the taxes and all that came with it was just so much. And when we introduced the bikes on the market, of course, when you introduce a new brand, people want to know where is it coming from. It's coming from China. People not having confidence in China and all. But the good thing is, and what you should know is, even if it comes from China, we're actually assembling it from here.
Wow.
So we have our technicians, and the technicians are assembling it from here. People were scared to say if they actually buy these tricycles, because I have seen the motorbikes, the electric motorbikes that are on the market. People are facing challenges of spare parts.
Right.
And when we look at that, it's a challenge that we also thought we were going to have. But at the moment, it's a solution that we've actually come up with, where we're going to stock up all the spare parts, and having our technicians here, it will no longer be a challenge.
Okay.
The other challenge that I can say is power. People, of course, complained to say if
The
we
load
buy
shedding.
electric,
Yes.
so how are we going to charge?
Right.
You know, so that also, looking at that, we also looked at the solar solutions,
Okay.
which our e-bikes can also be charged using solar. So that's no longer a challenge.
Okay.
And for the taxes, we're trying to see the best ways we can actually come out of the challenges that we faced.
Yeah.
Having being the first consignment coming in, of course, obviously we're all leaning on how we're going to do it. But then this time around, I think it's something that will go smooth.
Nice. Let me take you back a little bit. I'm interested in knowing, obviously, even for the viewers that are watching there, somebody that's interested in getting an e-bike now. What is the time frame for charge? What is the standard? Do they have various charging periods with electricity and also with solar? And that being said as well, after they're charged, how long is somebody able to use the bike?
So we have different types of e-bikes,
Okay.
and we have different types of tricycles. So charging time doesn't differ from any of the types that we have.
Okay.
So the charging time can take about 6 to 8 hours.
Okay.
Yes, depending on the voltage that you're receiving, especially when you're using solar.
Okay.
But the 240 volts, then you charge 6 hours straight.
Okay.
So we have ones with a full charge that will go like 110 kilometers.
Okay.
Then we have ones that go between 50 to 70 kilometers. And we have the other ones going from 50 to 75 kilometers.
Okay.
That is every after full charge.
Full charge.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm trying to look at a setup, for instance, where in the outskirts, the rural areas, if somebody's running a business and they want to purchase from you, I'm sure they would be interested to know distances covered once charged. So thank you for that. But let's also just talk about
on the same,
yeah.
you know, like I said earlier, where I mentioned to say for us to get in the market, we are not looking at, you know, because we know financially our people, it's very, very difficult.
Yeah.
So we try by all means to make it easier for our people, even when they can't afford.
Okay.
So there is a solution to those who like ride longer distances.
Okay.
But for longer distances, it means they will have to use a lithium battery.
Right.
So the batteries that our e-bikes are coming with now is lead acid. So with lead acid, definitely it will give you those ranges. But then if you go for a lithium battery, it will take you longer distances. But the problem is it's more expensive.
Right.
Yeah. It's very, very expensive for a lithium battery, but we'll be stocking the lithium battery. So we'll have to give a choice to a client when they come, either to go with the lead acid battery or to go with the lithium. But
So
then
at the
it's
moment,
like double the amount.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So you don't have them in stock.
We don't have the lithium batteries in stock.
Okay.
but we are in the process of ordering.
So you spoke of spare parts and repairs. Do you have a service center for your bikes specifically, or is it open market to other customers as well to just walk in and purchase the batteries, or if they want to replace or to have the e-bike serviced, or is that strictly for the ones that you're selling?
Okay, our brand is Don't Pay.
Right.
Yes, just our company.
Okay.
So our brand is Don't Pay. Yes, that's our brand. But of late, since we opened, we've seen a lot of people bringing their bikes to have them looked at. Maybe they will have a problem with the battery. They'll have a problem with just small spare parts on,
Right.
on the bike. And
Okay.
we've been able to sort out. Just like I said earlier, where I said we have our technicians, so we have a service center that will actually help you in case you have a problem with your bike.
Perfect.
But then it also has to, it should be a bike that should be easier to look at, because there are some bikes that we don't have spare parts for. But we're looking at the process of stocking different variety, looking at the bikes that are on the market now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Expansion, nice. Okay, let's talk a bit now. I want to see what, or rather, want to hear from you. What are the key benefits of electric bikes compared to the traditional fuel-powered bikes, if you like, especially for businesses and individuals? Why should I opt for an electric bike as opposed to the fuel one now?
So, looking at our e-bikes, I can advise a person in business, especially in delivery business, these ones who are even just doing like transportation for farmers. Tricycles would work better for them because of transporting goods from maybe the farm to the road or something like that.
Okay.
Those who are transporting people, because once our e-bike is assembled, the only thing that you need to worry about will be the battery.
Okay.
And that will take you about 2 to 3 years before you start worrying about that.
Right.
With fuel-powered bikes, the challenge that we have seen with them is they break down easily. You know, you have to service it all the time because it's using oils and all that. So servicing a bike would be so costly as compared to the fuel, because you have to put in the fuel, but then for electric bike, you just have to plug it into power. It's charged. Off you go to make your money. So I actually recommend it for a lot of people that are in business. This is a way to go.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice. And how do you ensure reliability, maintenance, support, and customer confidence in using the electric mobility solutions? I'm a client out there and I'm still skeptical. What is the best way, or rather, how do you reassure them and say, look, electric e-bikes, rather, as you call them, are efficient, they are cost saving, and also reliable? What's the one thing you would say to somebody that's skeptical? They're watching now and they're thinking, should I not?
The one thing that they should be confident about is we are assembling them from here.
Okay.
And we know already the challenges when we are assembling. So it's not like it's coming already assembled from China. We are actually assembling here. So any challenges that they can face, we are there to sort out.
Lovely. All right. So how's been the response from the Zambian market thus far? I don't know. I don't think I asked how long you've been in existence, but in the period that you have, how have you, how's been the market response from your end, from a business perspective? Are you running the right course? Is the business running down? What would you say is the response from the business world out there now?
Well, in the beginning, it was kind of like I said, we almost gave up. Like for me personally, I personally told my partners to say this for me, I think would not work.
Yeah.
But over time, we've been in existence since 2024.
Okay.
But then bringing in the bikes, we're just having like some on display, not really having stock. But we we received our first stock in September.
Okay.
And from September, I think I can say it was slow, but I have seen a lot of demand now is coming on, especially with companies that are dealing with deliveries, those who deliver goods from like fruits, vegetables, those are going for tricycles. Those who are delivering gases, gas cylinders and all, they're going for tricycles. I'm also seeing these who are in deliveries, like food deliveries, parcel deliveries, they are also coming to inquire. They're also coming to ask. And we have so many people just wanting to know, like the terms and all that. So what I can say is the market is there. Okay. The market is there. People are getting to know them. And in no time, I'm sure everyone will go e-bike.
Nice. You're still watching Business Unplugged on BMTV with me, Temwani Nkata. Today's guest, I'm hosting Susan Mzumara, a director of Dong Paying Investments. We're talking electric bikes. And right after the break, we will return and find out more of what Dong Pay Investments are offering to the Zambian market. Keep watching.
In a world of endless choices, there's only one destination that brings the entire spectrum of entertainment into focus. This is BMTV, where your world comes to life.
I'm 100% okay.
Maybe you can try and help me by buying a dog so that we are the two of us.
Experience the human stories that everyone is talking about, from the unscripted dramas of our premier reality hits to the moments that move us. We capture life as it happens, authentic and unmissable. Stay ahead of the curve with the BMTV talk show lineup. Join the conversation as we dive deep with the icons of today, bringing you exclusive interviews, expert insights, and the perspectives that shape our culture.
We're proud of you. You've done so well on pushing the works out there, raising our flag.
When it's time to escape, our original scripted series deliver world-class storytelling, compelling characters, breathtaking cinematography, and the kind of drama that keeps you on the edge of your seat, episode after episode.
You refer to me as a whore.
So it's true you can get someone out of the ghetto, but you can't get the ghetto out of their mind.
And when the weekend arrives, we bring the cinema to your living room. Saturday night movies on BMTV. The biggest local blockbusters and timeless classics presented exactly the way they were meant to be seen.
What if it is true? What if someone did kill my father?
From the hottest music chart toppers to non-stop entertainment news, we provide the heartbeat of your home.
What was the purpose of even sometimes getting to camp in Europe? What did we learn from that?
BMTV, reality, conversation, culture, cinema, comedy. It is all here on Topstar channel 114. BMTV, Zambia's light, Zambia's board.
Still watching Business Unplugged right here on BMTV. My name is Temwani Nkata, and today we're hosting Dong Pay Investments Director Susan Mzumara. All right, earlier we spoke about the e-bikes, but I believe the company has apparel as well to offer to the market. Tell me, how do the two mix? The first time that I visited your store, a lovely store, by the way, great business establishment, I was just thinking, okay, how are these connected? Electric and then apparel. Tell us about that.
Okay. So, in entrepreneurship, you're not just restricted to one thing.
Yes.
So you look at what goes in the market, what you can do, what you can bridge the gaps in.
Yeah.
What is on demand and what you can manage to do.
Mm-hmm.
So we actually went into apparel because we thought there's really a gap,
Mm-hmm.
There's some times when people run out of these apparels and a lot of people are looking out for these apparels. We have our company, by the way, I just didn't mention, our company is very, very big. It deals in a lot of goods, materials, and all that. That's our mother company in China.
Right.
So we just a small piece of the company, group of companies here in Zambia. So our head office, our headquarters in China,
Right.
has got so many departments. So we just try to shift to pick from the departments what can
work for
Zambia. And we're still actually introducing more things.
Okay.
Should we look at the market, looking at the departments that we have in our head office.
Okay.
So from just to taste the markets and to look at the Zambian market, I visited China, and one of the things that I looked at that can go in the market is I looked at the apparel where there's a gap. I also looked at the e-bikes, but there'll be more things to come under Dongpei, I'm sure, in the future.
Okay, nice. And then your company supplies T-shirts and corporate shirts as well. You've already told us what motivated. You saw the gap in there, but tell us about the quality and why should people come and get apparel from Dongpei Investments?
When you look at our quality, it's the best. Right now, I can boast that it's the best because I've had clients who really liked our apparel, and most of them, they're saying, especially our corporate shirts, they're saying our corporate shirts, they have a very good quality. I've had clients who've come back, most of the times coming back to buy because they've tasted our quality.
Okay.
So like I said, our head office in China is not just a small company, it's a big company which has professional staff in all these areas. So we even know, we try by all means to get to our people things that are of high quality.
High quality.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Now that we've looked at your journey thus far, what has been your biggest achievement as the director of Dongpei Investments? Something that every time you look back, when you're sitting in your office, it puts a smile on your face, despite the challenges, obviously, of the setting up, the business is there now. But what is that one thing that every time you think of makes you proud?
One thing that makes me proud is putting the name out there. It's standing as Dongpei. When I sit in the office, one thing I'm proud of is I'm a woman and I'm able to do this. It's very rare that, a woman would do what I am doing, and looking at the society and how they look at a woman, it hasn't been easy. It has been a challenge throughout for me, but I've managed through all the challenges. I overcame them, and we are here as Dongpei, and I'm looking at it as a growing company. It's not just a small company, but I'm seeing it grow even bigger from now.
Nice. Yeah. All right. So how is your business contributing to growth, job creation, and sustainable development in Zambia? I'm going to put you on the spot here. What is your employment scale right now? How many people have you put on salary?
So at the moment, because we were just starting, we only received our goods in September.
Right.
And trying to get in the market, we tried to get 3 technicians, and we have 2 in sales. But not only that, for me, I feel I'm indirectly employing someone out there, especially when you look at how many people employ these people in the delivery business.
Yes.
They are actually a lot. So I'm not looking at it like having the staff in my company, but I'm looking at it on a broader perspective where the ones who are buying e-bikes, they're not for just like personal.
Yes.
All the people buying these e-bikes, they're buying them for business.
Right.
All the people that have purchased from us, they haven't bought for just themselves.
Yeah.
They've actually bought them for business. So they're specifically just for business. It's not like where I'm going out and buying a personal car, which I'll just be riding in with my family.
Right.
It's very different because it will just be me driving it and my family, meaning I'm not employing anybody. But like the customers that have already bought from us, they have employed somebody out there. So we are creating jobs indirectly, but because we are offering that service. So if there wasn't e-bikes, I don't think people would have those jobs.
True.
Yeah.
All right, lovely. What is your long-term vision for Dongpei Investments? Are there any plans to expand further in the market? What are the locations currently? Is it just Lusaka? I know you do distributions in obviously in the towns that we've spoken of, but do you actually have walk-in stores where people can go and buy the e-bikes and the apparel, say for instance in Kasama?
So we have identified, like in Kasama, Mansa, and Mongu, we've already identified people to work with.
Okay.
So those people that we've identified already, they have their own shops.
Okay.
So we just send the goods to them. We give them the goods, they sell, and then they just, it's a good thing because, again, it's like you are empowering someone.
Yes.
You are giving an empowerment to someone. So what we do is we go in agreements with them. We send them the goods, they sell, and they just send us what belongs to us. Whatever they make there, it's, you know, it's a good one. It's just like they are our agents.
Right.
So our presence right now is in Kasama. For those who are in the northern province, they can go to Kasama. We have one agent there. They already have the samples that side. They can go and check on the samples of what we are talking about, the e-bikes, the tricycles. In Imansa also we've sent the we've sent the samples as well.
Okay.
We will be working with a lady that side, and it's all set. There are some that have actually been displayed at the mall in Imansa. The good part again is we had people that came for a training.
Okay.
So should they have any problems, the guys that we've trained already can work on the tricycle, can work on e-bikes, they can assist them if they have a problem. This is why I was saying it's not really a challenge. It's not something that someone should be scared of. Like if I buy this, I'm in Kasama, what will happen? You have somebody in Kasama. Yeah, you have somebody in Kasama that can look at your bike. We can send our technicians through to just come and check. In Mongo also, we have a technician who's been trained already. So we're just waiting. We should be sending the samples soon.
Okay. Yeah. All right. You still, so how are we looking here? I know you've spoken about the agents, but long term, say 10 years from now?
Long term, as Dongpei, we are looking at where we just have our own, like manufacturing from here. That's the long term vision that we have.
Okay.
Because looking at the world, it's, you know, evolving with all these technology coming through.
Right.
So we're looking at a situation where we have most of these parts, you know, like the parts come and we are able to do assembly in other areas like Northern Province, Wapula. So we need to set up assembling points in those areas as well.
Okay, nice. So now, as a leader, right, a business leader, what are the lessons you've learned thus far in this journey, the setup, and as a director, how do you just see yourself? How have you shaped into a leader that someone who's watching now is inspired? Say, for starters, first you're a woman. Congratulations on that front. It shows a lot of resilience. You could have fell through during the startup and said, like you said, it won't work, but you're still here standing strong. What message do you have for other women out there who could be skeptical in investing in businesses such as yours?
Businesses are about risks. That's what I believe in. As a woman, I take risks. I'm one person who likes taking risks, high risks, by the way.
Okay.
I fit in what men can do.
Okay. I like that. Okay.
That's where I place myself.
Right.
So leadership for me is just being resilient, you know, being in in the forefront of things, being on top of things. Once you take the step to be on top of things, it's something which is easier, though it looks very difficult, especially for us women, because what we face normally as women is, where people would say, she's a woman, she can't do this. She's a woman, she can't do this. It's been a challenge. Even me setting up what Don't Pay here, my partner actually had to leave me.
Okay.
He had to leave because what we had earlier was just an office, and we only had bikes, like 2 bikes that were just showing off to the public.
Right.
The office was not so busy, and when he knew to say the goods were coming, that was in July, he just told me, I'm going back to China, and
Okay.
I'll be away for 3 months. So you're gonna set up the shop, you're gonna set up everything, you're gonna receive the goods yourself. And at that point, I was scared, but at the same time, I just had this thing in me to say, look, if others can do it, I can also do it. So even setting up the shop at Carousel, it looked so difficult because the shop that we were given was under construction. It was a new shop, it was under construction. So what you see in that shop all came from,
2 bikes.
from this mind.
Wow. I like that. All right.
Yeah, so it's, leadership, for me, leadership is just to be resilient with certain things, don't look at what people are going to say about you. You take up ownership in what you're doing, and you just go on top of things. If you're on top of things, things work.
Nice. All right, so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it from the horse's mouth herself. You have to be resilient. You have to push. In closing, though, what motivates you personally to continue growing Don't Pay? Every other morning you wake up. I don't think you're in a position where you'd say you're comfortable now, right? You wake up and you want to push further. But where do you get that inspiration to get up every other day and continue to push?
Just as in a whole,
Yeah.
I am one person who's very active. And for me, I really want to see what I start grow.
Right.
I don't like when I start something, I leave it just there. For me, my vision is to when I start something, it has to grow, that someone is going to look at. I need to inspire women out there, especially that as women, sometimes, we give up because we have a family.
Yes.
We have so many things going on, and I have seen most women give up and choose marriage instead. But you can actually go for both. You can go for everything. You can go for marriage, you can go for family, you can go for a business. And for me, I get so passionate about what I do.
Right.
So even in the morning when I'm waking up, I'm a very happy soul.
Okay.
I'm a very happy person. In whatever I'm doing, I find happiness, because once when you're doing something and you don't find happiness in it, that's when you find people, giving up.
Yes.
You find people not doing much. But the one thing that I have found with myself is I'm happy with whatever I'm doing. And this keeps me pushing, because at the end of the day, even if I wanted to give up, it just pushes me to go to another level. I want to discover, I want to know more of what I am doing. Am I impacting on some people or what? I get feedbacks from people, I get feedbacks from customers. And I'm a very happy person when a customer walks to me, I talk to them, they go happy, and they are proud about what I am doing. That keeps me alive, like keeps me pushing, that wakes me up. In the morning when I wake up, I'm just that happy person, like, okay, what next am I going to do when I get to the office? What next am I going to do that will impact on another person? What next thing will I do that will actually go out there and motivate somebody? Because all in all I want is to motivate my fellow women. All I want is to have a happy client, a happy customer, because I believe when you make someone happy out there, then just know your business will thrive. I don't have moods. I have never had moods.
Really?
And I know those are the things that actually disturbs businesses, distracts people, even my work colleagues. My staff, I call them my colleagues. I call them my friends. I don't call them my staff, because there's one thing that I need to show them, that, they shouldn't be that bossy thing, where they see you, they start scampering. What they were doing, they stop.
Yeah.
I take my staff as friends. So they are my friends. Yes, there are boundaries that we set, but at the end of the day, I need someone, when they're coming for work, they are happy to come for work.
Nice.
They should look forward to come for work, because I also look forward to go for work. On the customer side, I know the more happy people, the more happy clients I make, the more clients I'll have.
Nice. Yeah. All right. So finally, why should customers and businesses choose Don't Pay Investments? I know we're in a world that's so competitive. Obviously, there's other people that have electric bikes, but why the Don't Pay Investments bikes and apparel?
So quality is number one.
Okay.
I can say quality. We have the best quality. I can boast of that.
Okay.
Yes. Our customer service as well, starting from the director herself.
I can see. Yeah.
There you will not regret, because you receive the best service that you can ever think of. Then the other thing that makes us competitive, especially on e-bikes, is we have our own technicians. We are assembling them from here. So you don't have to worry about where you're going to go for spares or anything. We always have an alternative. In case we don't have a spare part, we will definitely have an alternative to that. So choose Don't Pay today, and you will not regret.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right, lovely. Let's do what I call an optional quick light fire check on the show.
Sure.
All right. I ask you a question and you give me one answer. Zambia's business future in one word.
Oh.
Don't pay?
Oh, yeah. Everyone should be talking don't pay, just like they do on the other brands.
Yeah.
It will, on e-bikes, trust me, it will be don't pay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lovely. All right, Susan Mzumara, Director of Don't Pay Investments Limited. Thank you so much for joining me on the show today and sharing your experience, your vision, and the incredible work that you are doing. Electric mobility and providing that quality corporate apparel for you to purchase. So you've heard the lady. She will tell us where you can find them. You can also see the advert of Don't Pay playing right here on BMTV Zambia, channel 114. And to our viewers, thank you for tuning in to Business Unplugged yet again. We will be having more Zambian business-owned directors and entrepreneurs being featured on the show so they can share the story. Any last words, Susan, as we close?
So any last word for the viewers is that for women especially, I know for women, they just there shying away, giving up. It's not the time to give up. This is not the time to give up. And for other people out there, I can say, come visit us at Carousel. You will not regret with the service that we're going to give you. You receive the best service.
All right. Again, thank you so much, Susan.
Thank
to
you.
our viewers out there, thank you for watching. As I said, we will continue to host different Zambian businesses right here on Business Unplugged on BMTV. I've been your host. My name is Temwani Nkata. Until next time, thank you for watching.